Good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Sean Mooney. In a little more than 10 hours, attorneys will present Frank Atwood's case to the Arizona Board of Executive Clemency. Atwood was handed a death sentence for the 1984 kidnapping and murder of 8-year-old Vicky Hoskinson here in Tucson. His execution is scheduled for June 8th, more than 30 years after he was convicted of the crime. His lawyers argue he's being denied his right against cruel and unusual punishment, claiming lethal injection would cause him maximum pain and suffering due to a disability. They also say the state has failed to establish the expiration of the lethal injection drug that would be used in his execution. News 4 Tucson's Lupita Murillo has been covering this story from the very beginning and will be a witness at the execution in June. She will also be at tomorrow's hearing and will have a full report on the day's events. Be sure to stay with News 4 Tucson as we bring you the latest developments on air and online. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has ruled against 2 Arizona death row inmates who argued their lawyers did a bad job representing them in state court. Today's ruling means if a prisoner is trying to argue that the legal counsel they received wasn't helpful, they must present their evidence before the case reaches federal court. It's a major defeat for 2 Arizona death row inmates who said they had compelling claims that their state lawyers failed to pursue 4 years ago. Now, a federal judge ruled 4 years ago that the lawyers for death row inmate Barry Lee Jones bungled his case. Jones' conviction for causing the death of a 4-year-old Tucson girl was overturned and a retrial ordered. But the U.S. Supreme Court decided today his challenge to his conviction shouldn't have been allowed. Professor Valina Beatty is a former federal prosecutor who switched sides seeking justice for people who were wrongly convicted.
One of the main leading causes of a wrongful conviction on death row is your attorney wasn't very good.
In a post on Twitter, Attorney General Mark Brnovich said, quote, "I applaud this decision because it will help refocus society on achieving justice for victims instead of endless delays that allow convicted killers to dodge accountability," end quote.